Forecast. Here's KATC Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo.
As expected, an active day with showers and thunderstorms across the area this afternoon. Things quieting down most spots. We'll get to that in just a bit. And of course, it's all going to be about our tropical storm in the southern Gulf of Mexico. What's going to be the impacts? We'll try to address all of that. But we do notice lots of dry air coming in with this high pressure system has pretty much forced our tropical storm to go inland, but not too far inland. Now we have this upper low that's enhanced our storm chances today with deeper tropical moisture across the area. That's going to be pushing off to the east and eventually begin to draw this to the north, while there'll be dry air on the western flank of this. So that's why the forecasts right now are keeping this as a tropical storm, and there's going to be upper level shear as well, but that sometimes can act weirdly. Sometimes it can fan a storm and make it blossom on out, or it will keep it from intensifying too much, but nonetheless close to a high-end tropical storm expected on our doorstep late Sunday. That has not changed. So you see the scattered storms across the area during the course of the afternoon. They've been building westward. In fact, a severe thunderstorm warning issued for portions of Cameron, Calcasieu Parish with these storms that are producing a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning, probably 40-mile-an-hour winds, maybe up to 60-mile-an-hour winds in this severe thunderstorm warning that was issued. The rest of Acadiana, the rain's tapering off, and that trend will continue. That warning for Calcasieu and Cameron goes till 6:30 this evening, so be on the lookout there. Not expecting any severe weather here locally in Acadiana proper in the near term, and tomorrow rain chances down. So it's all about Tropical Storm Cristobal here, down here in the southern Bay of Campeche, right by the city of Ciudad del Carmen. It's just inland, so it still has a lot of moisture around with it, but also producing very heavy rainfall all the way down through Guatemala and Belize, and the possibility of life-threatening flooding. This has already claimed nearly 24 lives as of what I saw this morning, probably more than that, and it's going to stick around and produce more life-threatening rains over the next 24 to 36 hours. But eventually this system emerges out in the Gulf of Mexico, and the National Hurricane Center has this gradually intensifying as it treks across the Gulf. Notice it's going to be moving at a pretty good clip, and then landfall we think Sunday into Sunday evening. The worst weather here Sunday evening, night, and into most of Monday. So here's the European model. We're feeling very confident with this model. It's done a pretty good job. It's gotten kind of locked in on the pattern, but it is a little disconcerting. This has got a pretty well-developed tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico and a large circulation at that, and that's part of the reason we may not see this intensify, as a lot of the storms won't concentrate around the center. They're going to be sticking way out, and that will eventually be pushing into southeastern Louisiana as early as Sunday morning, the main part of the storm offshore. And then as it's moving northward, we think a little bit of a northwestward trek right at the last minute thanks to high pressure off to the north and east. This is not reflected in the National Hurricane Center forecast model. Remember, it's one model projection, not an official forecast, but an excellent guide showing tropical storm conditions, tropical storm squalls, and more than likely some sort of storm surge over the eastern part of the state, and then moving westward as the storm moves inland. But rough weather Sunday night into Monday, then things beginning to quiet down, maybe some lingering storms Tuesday before we resume back to a typical summer pattern. Rainfall tough to nail down. Heaviest rains mainly east of Acadiana and offshore, but any of these numbers you could easily double with a tropical system coming deep out of the tropics. So here are my current rough risk timeline and risk numbers here. Too early to call on where we're going to have a storm surge, but water comes up Sunday. Will there be a surge? If so, Monday. Flooding rainfall, too early to call, but we got to say 5 to 15 inches of rain possible anywhere from Louisiana to the Florida Panhandle. So that's going to be a tough call, but it's all about rainfall rates. 5 or 6 inches of rain in 2 hours will flood you, and that's what we might see in spots with this tropical storm. Too early to call on wind damage. Winds 25, maybe gusts to 40, gusts 60 or 65 in squalls, but again, too early to call. We got to get this storm back into the water to make a call on that. And by the way, tornado risk, not much right now. We can't even say where it's going to go, but near and east of the center, there will be some sort of tornado risk. In the near term, you see those storms gradually diminishing as we head into this evening. Still some lingering activity maybe by 10, but then quiet overnight tonight. Tomorrow we start off with mostly sunny skies, partly cloudy for the afternoon, and we'll see fewer showers and storms. I'm going rain chance at about 30%. So that's in your forecast for tomorrow. 72 the low, 89 the high. Rain chances workable over the next couple of days, but prepare for a tropical storm. What does that mean? Be ready for some sporadic power outages, some localized street flooding, that sort of thing, and maybe more rain than what we are thinking right now. But fortunately, the system won't stall, so it'll move along. So we're not looking at an August 2016 repeat by any stretch of the imagination. Then toward the end of next week, rain chances wrapping back down. So that's it for weather right now. We'll be right back right after this.